Good morning, everybody.
All right,
hey, I'm going to ask that again, though, because I don't know if I got 100%. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. We are nice. So, I'm going to do this short and sweet because it's Friday, and you guys got a bunch of cars to sell today. Is that right?
Yep, sir.
Nice. All right, cool. So, hey, I want to throw a couple of shout-outs, though, so far. Jason Dunn, nice job on the program so far this month. What are you getting out of it right now?
Or working your Grant Cardone videos and doing your stuff.
You're like an action star, like in movies with a name like that.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah. Do you have like a nice, deep, throaty voice? Man, I really wish I was there right now because I think the visuals would be awesome. So,
well, we'll start Skyping you.
yeah, we should. Yeah, let's do that. I can't wait for that. It's going to be great. So, but both you guys are leading the pack in terms of your activity in the program, and so I just wanted to give you guys a shout out and thank you for that. And so what I want to do now, though, is I'm just okay. What else?
Security.
Love it.
Stability.
Security, stability. Okay, cool. So then we got to go. Then we got to wonder. And this is different. So, like, if you just you can define success, but now let's put it into your life. So, if you think about your current situation, what does success look like for you? Like, where is that happy wife? Where is the family? What is the work that we're only doing half of? What have we achieved when we've grown? So let's go around again and let's talk about what success looks like to you.
Yeah. Buying a house, going into a different tax bracket.
Yeah, higher tax bracket. That's a great problem to have.
Driving car. Yeah, upgrading your house and your autos.
Okay.
Buying toys. On vacations more often.
Well, what was that?
Longer vacations and more often.
Nice. Okay. Love it. Longer vacay. What else?
Going to dinners and not stressing about the bill.
That's right. Right? And then you got a whole group of people there and you take the check and it's not a problem. You're not sweating it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
Being able to give my kids everything I never had.
There you go. Who said that? Jerome?
Joe.
Joe. Okay. Good job, Joe. Now, and that's what I was looking for, you guys. I want to touch on something that's a little bit deeper. I was talking to a group of people recently, and I asked the guy, what does success look like to you? And without even thinking about it, the guy says, I want to take my daughter to Disneyland. I mean, it popped out so fast, it wasn't even funny. Like, that's on his mind. That is what moves him. That's what success looks like to him. That's not a big, fat car. That's not, it's a little bit deeper than that. So the next question I want to throw out there for you guys is, why do you think more people aren't successful already?
They don't set goals for themselves.
Okay. No goals?
Somebody else told them they can't do it.
Oh, man, yeah. Someone got in their head.
They're content with where they're at. They don't know that there's better.
Content? Yeah, that's a scary word. They don't have what?
They don't surround themselves with winners.
Okay.
With people who want to be successful.
Love it.
They're not willing to put in the effort to make it. They just want to skate by.
Who said that?
Matt.
Nice, Matt. Good job. Love it. So, and I think Matt's touching on it. You know, I believe successful people, the number one thing that makes people successful, one of them, is that they're willing to do what other people will not do. And Grant talks about this a lot. You got to do what your competition won't. But it's not just the guy down the street. It's that guy that is content. They won't go that extra mile. Does that make sense?
Yep, sir.
So who's a favorite athlete for you guys? Who or a musician or some kind of celebrity? Who's somebody out there you guys admire and look up to?
It was Peyton Manning until last night.
Right? Who else?
Donald Trump.
Trump? Okay.
Ben Carson. He's not an athlete.
It's all right. Celebrity? Anybody like that?
He separated twins at birth in the womb. Anybody that do shit like that in the womb, they're famous, dude.
Yeah.
Super Jones.
So who else? Who else do we got?
Tom Crumlin. I'm gonna go tell him.
Did you guys watch the debates the other night?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who do you think was better? Who was most prepared?
Not Donald Trump, that's for sure.
Did he dominate that space?
Now, what's his name? The big guy. The far right, on the far right side of the bridge. Oh, the white guy.
Cruz?
Who? Yeah, Christie.
Oh yeah, Chris Christie. So every one of those guys had to go into that thing fully prepared, right?
Yep.
And if you think about some of these athletes that we were talking about, do they always want to go to practice? Right? Does Al Pacino always want to rehearse? Probably not, right? There's times when Al gets out of bed and he's like, man, I don't want to go to rehearsal today. So, does Tiger Woods always want to hit the driving range, right? Did Michael Jordan always want to practice free throws or layups? Probably not. So, they know, though, that they got to do what they don't want to do all the time in order to become successful. They know that that's what separates them from the competition, by doing what other people will not do. And that was the one thing I wanted to touch on today. Because to really achieve success, I'm going to give you a very specific formula for that. Do you know what Grant's formula for success is?
No. Doing whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, that's right. And we can break whatever it takes down into 3 categories. And that's your attitude, it's your approach, and it's how much action you take. Does everybody have a pen? Some paper?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm going to draw a pyramid on your little sheet of paper, and at the bottom of the pyramid, I want you to write attitude. And the 2 points are approach and action.
Is this a triangle or a 3D pyramid?
Nah, just a triangle.
Oh, okay. I got some freaking rocket science.
Yeah, we won't be doing any geometry. I just want you to be able to visually see that. So the base of that pyramid is your attitude. It starts there. Everything is built on that, right? And then your approach and your action is what makes that pyramid have a tip and a point. So you want to you start with attitude. So you guys got to know your outcome. So right below attitude, I want you to write down your goal this month. How many cars do you want to sell this month? We're halfway there, right? So how many units how many do you need to hit it? Has anybody hit their goal already?
Nope. We got a couple of them tracking it, though.
Okay, cool. Right? So in order to have the right attitude, you got to know the outcome. You got to know where you're going. Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
But the other thing that a lot of people forget to attach to this thing is your why. Like, what are you doing this for? Right? We're not just... Anybody selling cars as a hobby?
Negative.
Right, exactly. Okay. So this is where we talk about what success is, right? This is where hey, I'm shooting for a higher tax bracket. I want to upgrade my house. I want to upgrade my car. I want my wife to be happy. I want to buy everybody dinner and not stress about it, right? These are those things. This is our why. This is what we're connected to, you know? So then the second thing is when you go over to the approach side is where you got to start literally tracking and then adjusting what you're doing. So, hey, how many people am I getting in front of every day? How many demos am I going on? How many customers are getting written up? How many appointments am I setting? How many of these set appointments actually show up? That's not management's responsibility to track. That's yours. You got to know that, right? Hopefully you got a CRM or some kind of device that makes it easy for you to do that. But you got to always be checking yourself, right? Because if you don't check yourself, what happens?
Wreck yourself.
That's right.
Got a bunch of thugs in there.
It's true though. Is it true?
It's true.
Right? So track and then make the adjustments that you need to make. And so when you find yourself, hey, my write-up ratio is not where I want it to be, or hey, I'm not demoing enough people, or the appointments that I'm setting are not showing up, whatever it is, now you can actually make the adjustment. And that's where this program will have the biggest benefit for you. So that's why I asked in the very beginning, who could have benefited from an extra 2 deals this week? And they're out there, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Right? They're there. And it's usually just a little tweak. It's just a little bit of just a little adjustment that you can make that's going to make the difference between having a 3-car week and a 5-car week. And that sets your weekend up right, wouldn't you agree? Friday afternoon, you got 5 deals in the books already this week. How good is your weekend?
Really good.
Right? And you're not sweating it, right? You're not freaking out. You just go in there and you help people and you close deals and you make a bunch of money. That's because you're already in a successful place. Production yields happiness, right? That's what Grant says. Okay, so adjust your approach accordingly and use Cardone On Demand to do that. So think about this and then write this down on that sheet. And we talked about it a little bit already, but just really dial into this thing. What do you want? And that's not just in terms of money in the bank and units on the board. That's like, hey, what do I want? 20 years from now, where do I want to be? Like, think with that, okay? Then just figure out, hey, what's stopping me? What's in my way right now? Okay? And then you use Cardone On Demand every single day to remove those blocks that are in your way and to add skill. And if you use the program to do nothing else but get the things that are in your way out of your way and to skill up, you're not just going to hit your goal anymore. You're going to blast through it. You're going to have salespeople accusing you of getting lucky. Right? You're going to have a sales guy walk by and he's going to have the bottom of a necktie folded up to look like a spoon. He's going to be giving you a dirty look.
Everybody in here is looking at like one salesman.
Right? Yeah, he gets lucky. That guy gets all the good ups. Okay? And then you're going to get a couple salespeople hating on you. They're going to start calling you a skater.
We're still talking about the same guy.
Right.
You didn't see all the things, did you?
I got cameras in there.
You ain't got to. It's the one that freaking laughs first.
Yeah. And then at some point they're going to be like, you guys will be sitting in a sales meeting and Matt's going to be like, hey, tell everybody what you've been up to. How have you gotten there? And then we get to that admiration. But that's literally because you've identified what you want, you know what's stopping you, and you're not afraid to blast through it. Does that make sense? Using Cardone On Demand to get better doesn't mean you weren't good to begin with. The greatness is already in you. We're just going to use that program to literally pull it out. Does everybody know how to get a hold of me?
I know.
I have a number written down.
Well, now that we got this written down, I'm going to give you my number, and I also want you to have my email address. So again, my name is David Bradley. I'm your guy. Okay. If you have a question about the program, and this is anything, this is, hey, I lost my password and it's the 6th time I can't remember it, and I'm not going to ask Mike to get it. How do I get logged in? I want you to feel free to call me. So my direct line is 310-777-0352. And if you can't get me there, email me, David, the little @ sign, and then grantcardone.com. And I want to be able to help you out. That's my job. It's the number one reason I do what I do, is because I want to give salespeople the things that I didn't get when I first got in the business, which is help and real advice that works. Not just get them in. Any questions for me? All right, cool. The last thing I want to ask, last thing I want to hear, I want to go around the room one last time. What's the one word you heard today, or the one thing that resonated with you that you're going to take with you into the weekend?
Tracking.
Practice?
No, tracking.
Tracking. Great. What else?
Performance. Attitude. Attitude.
Production.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Skill the fuck up.
Skill up. Love it.
That's what it is.
All right, that's fantastic.
Is this a voice recording?
Will this be used against us later in the court of law?
No. So, hey, thank you so much for starting your morning with me. You guys need something, I want you to feel totally confident and comfortable reaching out to me. Again, I'm here to help. If I can help you pick up another 2 units a week, I'm all in.
We're thinking every other Friday we'll have Grant call. We'll have David. We'll call in to David, talk to David.
Maybe one day we can get ground phone.
Yeah, maybe one day we can get Grant to talk to us. But we'll do some. We can do some go to meetings. We can go through some things. But the system, guys, as we start. What's the rule? Every day, 3 a day, right?